It's time to cook. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday? I had to think about what day of the week it was there for a sec. Guys, it's good to be back in the kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mish, you were first. Congratulations. 1 gold star for you. Unsubbing because the view is terrible. Fair enough. Michael Beast Mode Diary is here with us today. He says yummy pork ribs, baked beans, and apple dill coleslaw. Should be a yummy one for sure. And easy. Nice cooking for our day off. Getting it done early because we just had a severe thunderstorm watch pop up for later this afternoon. So we got to get this all done before we got booms and flashes. Hello, Chase. Good to see you. We got Yet It Is with us. Amp. You missed the egg cam. So did we. We try to do... lately we've been doing 1 cooking stream a week, and then the next week we do an adventure stream. Yeah, only thing missing is a bear. He's here. Hi, Uncle Stinky. And White Dove. Hello, guys. Okay. We are going to go over what we got going on for the day. Maybe a little catch up too before we start. These weeks honestly go by so fast. It's hard for me to even remember everything that happens in them. Did I end up cooking the vodka sauce dish last week? I didn't, but I made a yummy shrimp dish for us. So I'm showing you the ribs. And hi, Barbarino. So in the last week, we celebrated our 5-year anniversary on June 20th. So thanks for popping into Discord and saying stuff. If you saw that post, that was crazy. And what else? I launched my first feature dessert at work. It was okay. The flavor is proper, but we weren't super happy with how we set up the Black Forest cake, so I didn't take a photo. We're gonna redo it this week, but yeah. I'm happy with how it turned out. Chef said it was good, and well, we can always just make it better. Sam tasted it, and he said it was really good, so I think that's what matters most. They all said, wow, it tastes like a Black Forest cake. I said, oh, that's exactly what I made. And chilling with our homies today, it's true. Thank you so much for the Prime Subby, 25 months in a row friend, rolling over the 2-year mark. Love it. Hi, Cookie. Good to see you. Everyone hug Mish. She's overwhelmed. I was up early this morning at 6 a.m. I don't know what the heck's wrong with me, but I guess when you go to bed at 9:30 at night, probably bound to happen. So we were thinking about going out for breakfast, so we looked up a spot that was local. Hi, Neil. And it was just 5 minutes down the road. We thought we would try out their eggs Benny there. We've gotten coffee there once before, and it was actually really good. So we're okay, let's just head down. It was called Rise and Shine Cafe, and they were open at 7. So we went I think 7:15ish. We arrived. We each tried an Eggs Benedict dish, and honestly, underwhelming and kind of sad. Dry ass thin ciabatta bun instead of English muffins underneath, and I got one with smoked salmon, and the salmon was really fishy and kind of stringy. I was dang, I don't think this is very fresh. The hollandaise was okay, and yeah, I just wasn't overly impressed for a $24 plate. I felt there should be more love on it. That's kind of how we felt, right? Yep. But I guess for something that's open at 7 a.m., I guess we shouldn't complain either. Because, well, we didn't cook our breakfast, right? But still, if you're spending $50, it should be, some of the best eggs. Canadian bacon? Did you have some on yours or just ham? Yeah. Sam got, a classic Benny with Canadian bacon, but I think it was just ham. Yeah, it's $50. $50 for 2 of us to have a breakfast plate and 2 coffees. We said, holy smokes. Oh, but, I mean, 1 feature plate at our work for dinner is $70. So, I mean, there's that.
here's a comparison that your fried chicken dish versus the egg benny you had this morning.
I guess. Yeah.
That's 30 versus 24.
Yeah.
I would eat the fried chicken dish.
That's true. You make an excellent hollandaise. I believe that. You guys, like, that's part of your dietary things there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that's it to catch up on, really. It's been busy at work. We did a menu switch yesterday. I forgot to post the one photo I took of the new tuna dish, but it is actually so delicious. Think like ahi tuna, so really pink and then thin kind of fillets, and then we made this like really delicious toasted fennel seed and coriander like spice crust rub on the outside before we sear it. So that's the tuna, and you just slice it in like maybe 1/2 inch thick slices, maybe a bit thinner even. And then chef made a grape gel, so think like a white grape juice made into a gel, a smoked mustard aioli, pickled radish I made with it, and then just some like shaved turnips and stuff and pea shoots. It is insanely good. I tasted it all together yesterday. I was like, I could eat this all summer. Like an aspic, kind of, but then we blend it up in the blender so that we can put it in a squeeze bottle and like do little dots on the plate. Hi Scoots, how are you? I am not the executive chef. I'm just a line cook. And I like it that way. Mish, she's giving out hugs now. Watch out, everyone. Okay, guys, let's get into the menu and what we're gonna do today so we can get started. I don't want this thunderstorm to roll in and then kick the stream out. Lots of peer pressure forced the mustard to start smoking. Is true, Amp. Turnips and radishes are fresh. They're loving them at the moment. Oh, if I say Hackeri turnip, the little like white ones, those are my favorite turnips ever. We got them in at work like a couple of weeks ago from one of the farms. I was going crazy munching on them. Scoots is your favorite mod? Let's not tell anyone else. Don't tell anyone. Okay, here's our menu. Samo was off yesterday. Annie. Samo was off yesterday, so he was moseying around getting us set up. So he put the ribbies into the circulator at 140 Fahrenheit. Does that say? Yes. 140 Fahrenheit, and they're just gonna roll over the 24-hour mark cooking. So think these ribs, are they gonna be falling off or not quite? Not quite falling off the bone, but tender enough that they're not gonna be like crunchy chewy, right? Because we're gonna finish them on the barbecue with barbecue sauce. We made these one time during the week when we were working, obviously off stream, and it worked out so well that we thought that we would show you guys this today. Annie, what a comment to tune into. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good week. Yeah, everyone literally knows now, Michael. Work is busy, Scoots? No. Meg the Goose, hello. Thank you for the follow. And he's got a hot week. So do we. Coming up. Holy smokes. Okay, let me scroll up here. I linked a really good recipe from Serious Eats for our ribs today. Did I post the menu? Yes. So pork ribs sous vide for 24 hours, then barbecued on the big green egg. You can sous vide your meat for longer than 24 hours, but I will say, like, most people don't plan that far ahead of time to be able to do that, right? Like, you can go up to 36 hours. That's a long time. But we went 24-hour mark. Kenji gives you all sorts of different temps and timings that you can use because everyone kind of likes their pork ribs cooked differently. Some people like them really, like, chewy, kind of bite off of the bone still. Other people like it when it's like falling off of the bone clean. So you choose what works best for you. Temps approaching 37 Celsius. Whoa. I think we're at like around 32. Had 0 summer, Mish. 2 days over 20 Celsius. Seriously? That's a little crazy. Mickey, good to see you too. How have you been? Okay, this is what Kenji says. Turning tough meat tender requires 2 things: heat energy and time. When meat is held at a temperature of around 130 degrees Fahrenheit, so 10 degrees lower than we cook the ribs, and or higher, tough connective tissue will break down into gelatin. Good to know. I actually didn't know that. The rate at which this conversion takes place is a function of temperature. Annie, we need help already. The lower the temperature, the longer it takes. At the same time, the lower the temperature, the more internal moisture the ribs will retain as they cook. To determine the optimal temperature and timing range, cook several dozen different ribs at temperatures ranging from 130°F all the way up to 180°F. That's pretty high. That would be like 40 degrees higher than what we cooked. At the lower end of the spectrum, the meat takes too long to tenderize and comes out more mushy than tender. Makes sense. And if you do it too hot, the meat falls apart and shreds and tastes more boiled than barbecue. So the middle range between 145 and 165 was the sweet spot. Samo did it at 140, totally fine. Moist. Mickey's having a heat wave too? Holy smokes. So some of us are boiling and then Misha's just like cold over there. That is chilly. Annie, thank you very much. Sam said he had chicken wings for lunch yesterday. I love that the emotes, the Annie and SOS. Who we got coming in? And a new follow. Annie, thank you for the 5 gifted subbies. Does it say your total? A total of 1,210 over the years. Let's welcome in Back LJ. I've never seen that username before. Hello. Kimmers. Hello, Kimmers as well. We're going to finish welcoming in Annie's gifted subbies, Simo Swanee 12, Taliscan, Pund Just, and I am Alex C. Welcome to the crew, my wonderful people. And then Kimmers subscribing at tier 2 for 43 months in a row, guys. Insanity, and we also had Ronnie Odin follow. Welcome on in, guys. Okay, Amp had a question though, so I gotta scroll back up. Question. Is sous vide cooking more of a home cooking thing? Because I have a difficult time seeing a large vat of finely monitored water with lots of meat being cooked. It's actually really popular in restaurants. So at least the ones that I have worked in, we use it quite a bit. I mean, not for everything, obviously, but there are certain things that it is very handy for. Like for one thing that I prep, we have an egg and bacon salad where the egg is soft poached, but instead of us just always like risking poaching the eggs to order, we will poach the egg partially in the sous vide. So I do 145 Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. And then the egg is like just cooked enough so that you can crack it in the water and it doesn't take more than 5 minutes to poach it, right? So that's one thing. Or like they cook cabbage for the cabbage dish, so it's like the perfect texture, not mushy, not hard. There's lots of things that they use it for. It's just, yeah, you have to know your different temperatures and timings, otherwise there's really no point of using it. It is a bit of a science, so I will say that. I hope that answered your question. Olive Chat's talking C's today, not F. We got this, Mish. Is SOS in honor of ABBA? Why? Hello, Alex. You got a gift, Sebby. Nice. Bob, I'm not even here. Okay, keep scrolling down. Blah, blah, blah. Is there anything more I got to tell you guys about the ribs other than we're going to be using this barbecue sauce. It's one of our favorites. Diana sauce, gourmet chicken and ribs. It's actually $7 for this bottle of barbecue sauce now. A little bit crazy, but it's our favorite. We were looking at the, is it Bullseye brand in the glass jars. They were 2 for $7, but I find that their barbecue sauces are like overpowering for the meat. Whereas this more like complements the flavor of the meat on the barbecue. So if you've never tried this barbecue sauce, very delicious. So all we're gonna do later for the ribs, these can just hang out in the sous vide beside me until we're ready to start the grill up and stuff. So we'll take them out of the water, out of the bag, and then we'll kind of pat them off, get them into a pan, and then we're not really gonna sauce them first thing because I find that it will burn if you put it on too early. So we'll first get the ribs like kind of grilling, a little bit of grill marks on the meat, flip them over, then start saucing so that, yeah, you won't get any too burnt pieces and it'll be like perfectly glazed with the sauce. Like I said, it worked out amazing last time we did it, so I'm excited to show you guys. Guys, thank you very much for the hype train. We haven't even started anything yet. Annie, thank you for the 300 bitlies. And Cookie for the 1,000. We're already at a level 3. Okay, we just went over the ribs. I found a recipe for some oven-baked beans today from the Pioneer Woman website. The best baked beans ever. That's a lot to say. I mean, we do like to test these recipes and see if they are the best ever. So hopefully it is. It uses canned beans because we have a bunch to use up. Just having an easy cooking day at home. Kimmers, thank you for the 1,000 as well. You're crazy. $7 Canadian is $5.10 US. That is so much cheaper. What? Okay, best baked beans ever. I feel like I'm yelling over the music, so I turned it down a bit on my side. It makes 18 servings? I don't know if we gotta make that much. There's only 2 of us. How much brown sugar in the beans? I don't know, let's see, I'm scrolling down. Half a cup. It only uses 3 cans of beans, but wait, how much is 28 ounces? Are those big ones? We'll use a mixture of beans. Dark red kidney and white. This is only 19-ounce can, Walfart brand. So maybe we'll use 4 then. We'll do 2 white and 2 red. And now we only have 2 cans of black beans left. Perfect. That'll be good for a Tex-Mex night or something. Okay, so there is bacon, onion. We didn't want the green pepper in the beans today. You guys are more than welcome to put it. They say cans of pork and beans, which are more saucy, right? Has like sauce built into it. That's okay. We're gonna make our own sauce. So there is the barbecue sauce goes into there, brown sugar, a little bit of vinegar, and then some mustard. And you're welcome to add any other spices that you think would go good with the beans. Recipe's just a guideline. And they are going to cook at 325 Fahrenheit. I should probably write this down. For around 2 hours, it says. So I thought that would be the first thing we start with today. You've never seen a French label from Walmart before. You want to see it again? So every part of the label is half French. Like even on the ingredients, will it focus? So that's how I learned like a lot of French food terms, is reading all of the labels when I was young. It's pretty funny. What's your favorite barbecue side dish? Hello, Agnes Beats. Good question, too. That's like we were talking about what we were going to make when we were having brunch today. I was like, do we want cold sides or we want hot sides, right? Because like, you can make potato salad or corn, like so many things. Mac and cheese, Amp said. Jalapeno cornbread, always a good one. That's usually what I make, but we just had it at work the last week, so I didn't feel like cornbread. I had enough. But that's usually good. I usually go, yeah, cornbread, slaw, and mac and cheese. Honestly, those three, so good. And then beans if I'm feeling it, which today is that day. Okay, so we have to saute the onion a bit. I'm just gonna write beans on the list and then say 325F for the oven and around 2 hours until it looks nice and saucy. I'll say onion saute, make the sauce, and that is literally it. And then we'll go into our coleslaw after that. In North Carolina, collard greens are popular as a side. Those are very good too. If you have the chance to try collard greens anywhere, definitely do that. You will be surprised at how flavorful they are. Everyone thinks I would be like really bland and just vegetal, but a lot of the times it's cooked with pork and like, oh my gosh, it's delicious and addicting, the flavor. Thanks guys for the new emote. That's a cool one. Her mind. I'm sharing it. Nice one, Annie. Kimmers and I are matching. Collard greens is an actual type of, let's say, brassica plant, like kale, cabbage, stuff like that. Nice. Cookie and Annie got the same ones. And the mustard family? Whoa. Okay, our slaw. We gotta shred some cabbage and carrot, and we're making an apple dill version of coleslaw. So we went to the apple bin this morning and got 9 Fuji apples. They charge $1 per pound, and we each transferred them $4.50. So I got 4.5 pounds of apples. To contrast this, we bought our 1 onion today for the stream for I think almost $3. 1 onion for $3. 9 apples for $4.50. It doesn't make sense. Okay, our coleslaw: cabbage, carrot, apple, and dill, and then we'll make a homemade dressing to go with it. And then the last thing on the list is the ribs, which we already went over first. So the first thing we do for those is actually light the grill up. So it'll take about maybe 15 to 20 minutes to get it heated. Time to grow our own onions. Honestly, that was my first thought, Scaramouche. What are they doing to us? It is so nice, Amp, because we all know how expensive fresh fruit is. I am fully taking advantage of it. And yeah, we should be able to buy veggies from the farm stand pretty soon here too. We also have a friend at work that has an amazing farm. They said we can go pick there anytime. Okay, our ribs. Light the grill. Out of the bag, we'll say. Bring the sauce. And that's it, guys. Today shall go swimmingly. Hello, Hoodaz. How have you been? 1 onion for $3. It wasn't that big, but onions here right now, like this price has been like this for probably a year now. It's like over $2 per pound for onions. And like it doesn't even matter what variety you get, they're all the same price. I'll grab that stuff out so you can see. onion. We need our carrot for the coleslaw. And I think I might sneak this tomato into the beans. Use it up. It's getting a little too soft. That's the onion. Like, it's not massive. This was like one of the smaller ones in the pile. Grow a fruit salad tree. Imagine if that existed. Or does it? And I just don't know. Okay, moving you guys over. Mrs. Handy's Kitchen, thanks for the follow. A fruit salad tree is an actual thing? What? Graft multiple fruits onto one tree. That sounds wild. Okay, let's come over to the cutting board. We'll cut up our onion. I think we'll make the beans. Yeah, those all should fit in our big braiser in the oven. So a little bit of stovetop cooking to get them started, and then into the oven. And this oven heats up pretty quick, so I'm not gonna get it on too early. Yes, the pizza tree. Bob. Okay, so they fry the bacon first, but ours is already cooked. So we'll just put it in after, and I'm gonna use some lard to start with the onion instead. I think this might actually be chicken fat. So there's that. Let's cut up our onion. I'm gonna use half of that only, and away we go. Google the fruit salad trees. Okay, I really have to before we start. You got me on it. Whoa! A feta tree niche? We could hope. Grow up to 6 types of fruit all on one tree. What? Citrus fruit salad. Stone fruit salad trees. Okay, if I want a stone fruit salad tree, peach and nectarine. How do we buy it? Are they expensive? It looks like they're around like $100. A cheese tree. Yes, I'm so in. 2 pounds of onion for $1. That's crazy. Thanks for feeling sorry for me. Oh, man. Okay, that's the view we want. Knife out of the sheath. Just take all that papery skin off. I'm gonna dice this pretty nice and small so the onion pieces just kind of melt in. Only gonna use half. Yeah, would the cheese from the cheese tree be considered vegan? These are questions that I don't know the answer to. Is everyone having a good summer though? I feel like it's going by so fast. Like June is almost done. We actually are getting a couple days off together on the 30th and the 1st, I believe. Or no, we work together on the 30th and then we have the 1st and 2nd off. So that's cool because someone else at work needed time off. And then we ended up getting time off together. So maybe if the weather is nice, we thought either car camping or just like explore the bike trails around here together. You've been in ads or Twitch is twitching? No way you have 2.3k channel points and haven't already followed. Well, I mean, that's the case. That's a-okay, don't worry. I didn't know either way, but welcome. Feel like we need to start an onion smuggling business to Canada. We need to do something about it. Let me set up my other camera here for the stove so we can start this cooking. And away we go. Summer just started in Denmark. That's what Mish was saying. I hope it warms up for you guys. We've already had like 2 months of summer here. Okay, how does this look? How busy will we be for Canada Day? So the thing about this year and Canada Day is that it's on a Tuesday in the middle of the week. So I think that most people will be celebrating on the Friday after that, which we are going to be doing a pop-up that day for July 4th. I guess a lot of people from here go to the States, but we're also hoping some people from the States come up here as well. So yeah, that's our next pop-up as well, is that Friday, July 4th. Should be a fun one. I think it's just like burgers and stuff though. Pretty simple food. Onions for maple syrup? Yes, from the UK. And hi Nike, Mr. Johnny Radden. Okay, I was supposed to check this other scene. We gotta move a little bit over. Let's turn that on to medium heat. Get some fat in the pan. Mish. Are you making friends, Mish? I'm starting with that amount. Chicken fat, fried onions for the beans. While we're waiting, I'm gonna dice up this sad looking tomato to put into here. Maybe try and take some of the skin off. Now you're sad? Oh no. The ribbies were on sale again this week at the store. So Samo went yesterday, picked some up, got them cooking while I was at work. Imagine having to put that on your dating profile. Unnatural desire for feta cheese. Findyourfetamatch.com. Okay, tomato completed. Those will not go in with the onions. You know what? Did I not see any garlic in this recipe? Titan, we had so many resubs today already. Thank you very much for the 55 months in a row. How's your week? Mish, don't spread lies in chat, please. Only one mod could be your favorite. Yeah, it was only onion and green pepper. But if you guys want to put garlic in the beans, by all means. Let's see if this is hot yet. I have a feeling it almost is. What else can you spread? If it's not lies and misinformation, then what is it? Now that the onions are cooking, I think we can probably get the oven heating up for this. Yeah, you can thank Sam for that, Mish. He said he didn't want to eat dinner at 7 p.m. today. So we're streaming early. I said, okay. And then I thought Mish will be happy. Okay, so we're going to cook the onions until they start to brown, which might take up to 10 minutes. Let's see. I'm going to get some salt and pepper and season them while they cook. They're burning my eyeballs. Strong onion. I'm dying, guys. Ugh. I did burn myself. And you know what? It didn't even happen at work. It happened at home. I touched it on the side of a sheet pan that came out of the oven. It happens. It's like chef's arms are just full of marks like that, unfortunately.
I 100% did this for you, Mish.
Holy. Whew. Okay, let's wrap up.
That you've had to come in for dinner streams and such lately. I figured, hey, I think Mish would like an afternoon stream that involves cooking.
She doesn't have to stay up.
Oh.
I showed Samo your pork photos because he doesn't always go in Discord. Looks insane. I want to go to Misha's house for dinner one night.
Send the daily message, and then I go to work.
Okay, what else do we need? A bit of brown sugar. We got the barbecue sauce, vinegar, and then our mustard's in the fridge. Apple cider vinegar to go with the apple slaw. Brown sugar. And then we gotta open all the bean cans. Hardest part of the stream. Is your plate ready? We just started. Oh my gosh. Why did the camera die? Sambo, what is it doing to me today? And why? Sorry, camera just needed a moment there. Bean and stream? Let's do this. What's gonna go wrong today?
Bean and stream, go to the beef and bean.
Samo's opening it for us? Thank you. Okay. My ADHD is on fire today. The oven's on. I'm not used to cooking with an audience anymore, guys. I'm used to just cooking by myself at work now. Although I did get to work with one of our servers' little sister is just turning 14 and she's gonna help us out with dishes and stuff because we had some people quit. So we got to work together the other day. It was so fun. It like reminded me of myself when I was that age. It was kind of weird though, like a feeling for me when she's like, how long have you been cooking for? And like it's the same amount of years that she was alive. I was like, dang, I'm not a spring chicken anymore either. What are you saying? Porchetta burgers. Excuse me? You miss the cooking streams. It would be pretty crazy if we streamed at work. Like, it would honestly be a fantastic cooking stream out of a restaurant kitchen. Absolute chaos all the time. But I would not pay attention to chat, really. That'd be the only thing. There ain't no time for that.
Chef would.
Yeah,
Chef
maybe
is the
Chef
greatest
would.
favorite.
Yeah. He doesn't even know we do this still. I want to see how long we can keep it under the radar.
But he loves TikTok. So I think that Chef and Caitlin's first video should be the anxiety video. I think it'd be perfect.
What if they don't know what that is?
Then I'll have to link it.
Okay. These onions are cooking slowly, but I guess that's a good thing. I don't want to turn it up too high because then they'll start to burn instead of brown and caramelize. We do have to strain the beans. Are they all going to fit in there? I don't think so.
What?
That small strainer. We gotta get this one.
No, just use a small one. I mean, just do 2 loads.
2 rounds.
Oh wait, actually no. Use the big strainer. Bean starch. That was a pain in the ass to get into those small grates.
Bean starch. Add that to your dictionary. Amp. That's a band name right there. Bean starch. So poured the beans. I'm gonna keep. Okay, can we not do this today, camera? I'm gonna keep one of these beans not strained, so the liquid that's in here, I like how it thickens the sauce. So one will keep the liquid, the other 3 will drain. I gotta open up this window. Start exhausting some heat out of here. Bean starch and rogue broccoli. You can just pick up the spoon.
Watch this thing.
Oh, okay.
So one of Chef's favorite things to do to bug Caitlin is do this.
He always like bonks my elbow with something. I'm like, not in a light way. Or just smash me on like, take one of these spatulas, because this is literally the one. So, like one of these, and like, Sam, turn around. And like, that little smacking sound, always. That's what he does to us. Feel like we're his kids. Okay, I'm gonna add the onions, or sorry, the tomatoes. I almost said potatoes. Into here now that the onions are browned. And we'll add the other juices and sauces. Barbecue sauce, sugar, vinegar, beans. I turned down the heat a bit. Almost like deglaze the pan with this. Looks and smells good. What's up, Samo? No, you can't walk away. That's the thing. How are we gonna safely transfer the beans over so they don't leak juices? That's considered domestic violence? I'm sorry. It seemed like he liked it. Oh my gosh. Can we even fit the other can of beans? Did you strain it?
What?
Guys, when I literally said we're keeping 1 can of beans not strained, he literally poured it in the strainer. Can you listen, please?
There's still starch at the bottom of all the cans. If you want that.
The sous chef's not listening. Okay, we're gonna put in some vinegar. 1/4 cup. The sous chef's turning the stream into a chop challenge. See, caretaker? That is why he gets beaten. What are you doing with that? Are you cooking it? This camera, I'm gonna lose it today. Hi, I'm just trying to be here on stream and cook things with my friends. But hey.
Leave it. It'll come back.
I am not.
It came back. See? I don't know what to do.
Excuse me, Wi-Fi?
It's not the Wi-Fi.
What does the vinegar do? It's gonna balance out with the sugar and then also hopefully break down some of the beans a bit.
So you don't want bacon in your beans?
Well, I got this going on top.
Oh, okay.
That's already cooked. I thought I'd use it up. Pack 1/2 cup of brown sugar, guys. We need some of the barbecue sauce. Still got a little bit of 1 bottle in the fridge. And we need 3/4 cup anyway, so I think we'll use that and a bit more. I'll rinse it out with a touch of water. It is a lot of beans, it's true. But you know what? They can always go in the freezer after they're cooked.
Yep.
Doesn't look super saucy yet. We still gotta add the barbecue sauce. Turn that back up so it can start to simmer. Done with this. I can't handle this right now, guys, so we'll just switch to this camera. Just a little bit of water in the bottle and give it a shake. That'll get the rest of this out. I'm not going to measure that one for the 3/4 cup. We'll just dump that in. I think we'll also put just a touch of hot sauce as well to cook with this. So it's not just too sweet. I need a button you created, like one of these type of buttons. I would love to. It's hiding the shame of not having the bean juice, maybe. See, like it just shut off again. Okay. 3/4 cup of sauce. We'll just use this spoon. Scoop all that out. And we're already almost simmering again. I think we'll put some bay leaf into here for it to cook. I like to add that. Let's get this all stirred up first. And then we gotta put the bacon strips laid on top too before it goes in the oven. This should be an interesting mix though. It's very saucy in the middle. Leftover cheesecake. Ugh, I need it. It looked too good. Where's my leaf of bay? There's that. I want to put anything else. I don't think so. One leaf of bay. Maybe even 2. Because I like that flavor. And then just a little bit of hot sauce. Some Valentina's. Just put a bit now because we can always add more. Okay, ready? This is a sneak peek before the camera shuts off again. Finish stirring that up. We'll put our bacon on top, put the lid on, and put it in the oven. Hardest part of stream right there. Completed. Juicy beans. We got 5 bacon strips to lay across. So that will add smoky, porky goodness as well, as it slowly cooks in the oven. I'm liking this. Goodbye. Oh no, the camera didn't though. Okay, there's an issue here though. One sink is covered by the sous vide and the other one's already full. Oh God. Kate has nowhere to work. Clear the area. It's a barred vi. Samo. We need a view. I don't think he can hear you. Was it loud when I sang it? More bacon, Granddad? I think we gotta take it out of the freezer. Holy, we actually don't have any left in there. We used it all. You heard it? That's amazing, actually. I could barely hear it in real life. Not even a bacon weave. Like, what are we doing here? Hey, Amp? 0 effort involved. Okay. Turn that off. Open the oven. She's going in. Goodbye. Maybe we'll check it in an hour. Timer. What if it's done in an hour? I'd be okay with that too. 1 hour on the clock. No more bacon. I know, it's actually a tragedy. Usually we have 1 backup pound of bacon in the freezer. I'm doing good, Yoon. A little bit like sleepy today. Feel a little bit funny because I woke up at 6 a.m. But other than that, the sun is shining. It's gorgeous outside. We got some yummy food cooking. And we're all hanging out together. So I honestly can't complain. Sugar can stay, or vinegar can stay there because we'll use it for the slaw coming up. Let's grab out our cabbage and apple. We already took out the carrot. We're gonna use a Fuji apple today. Last time I tried the pink lady apples from the apple bin. This time I picked the Fuji apples. Right? It feels so funny when you wake up at that time. And then I tried to have a nap, but that didn't really happen. So now I'm kind of crazy. You're almost at 100 degrees. Whoa. Josie! Good to see you. Okay, the cutting board cam is not a scamera. So come on over. Let's prep some coleslaw, guys. What, we need a big old bowl. It's been a while since I've made a slaw on stream. It used to happen a lot, I feel. Cooking with pink lady apples are hard to cook with? Why? Are you being serious or joking? They're pricey there? All of the apples are $1 per pound. Doesn't matter the variety. I love that spot. I think I'll just cut like maybe half, not even, of this cabbage. They're juicy. They are. That's why they're one of my faves. Probably one of the best apples to cook with is Granny Smith. So it's not as sweet and it's very firm. Its texture. That's hot out. 37.8. Hello, Rocco guy. Oh no, the cabbage is juicy. Pick all this stuff off. Like the protective layer. We might have to trim this part a bit though. These outer leaves don't look too good. Maybe we'll take that one off too, unfortunately. The rest looks good though. Pizzazz apples. I think I've only seen those once or twice here. And it's better than Honeycrisp even. Interesting. Pink Lady, yeah, maybe a bit of a pain for apple pie. It'll get too soft. Okay, so we cut the core out of the cabbage. Maybe I'll use the mandolin today to do this. Or should we use our knife skills? Maybe I'll practice my knife skills instead. I'll cut this into thirds so the pieces of cabbage are not too long and hard to eat. Let's have some fun. Mish got slapped with a salmon. Nice. Thinly shredded. You're gonna thaw a salmon fillet for tonight, Annie? What else are you gonna make with it? Just a salad? Nice. Nice and fresh. A salmon salad. Salmon salad's good. I think I'm gonna break this in half. Is that possible? Yes. Nice. That's one of my favorite snacks at work, is when Samo just cooks me a salmon fillet. So good for lunch. The salmon has to be cold on the salad, or you're just saying you want something cold because it's too hot there? Two pieces done, one left. Titan. If only it was that easy, hey? Imagine if you could just like jump through this screen and you'd appear here. There's gotta be a way. They're just not telling us. Yeah. Thou shalt not pass. You discovered how to make one pot ribs in your Instant Pot and you overate today, views? It was one of those moments where it's so good that you can't stop. It was the wrong franchise. Sorry. Hodor is Game of Thrones, isn't it? You guys know I'm terrible at references. I try my best. I recovered. Oh my gosh. You use your Instant Pot for lentils? I bet they cook pretty good in there. Do you cook your lentils till they go mushy? Whoa! It's a raid? What is going on? I just gotta rinse my knife. 1 sec. They're cabbage bitties. Oh god. What just happened? Oh no! Ah! Okay, I'm turning that off for a sec. Hello? Hello there? It's a raid in the Creator Club. We're all fam. It's still playing. Who just raided? It's the whole club raided us, guys. So we're part of the Food and Drink Creator Club. I believe they're doing a raid chain. You came from the Discord webinar? Hello, Brandy. I've been like in and out of that Discord channel. I work full time, so yeah, stream part time now, unfortunately. But I've been trying to keep up with everything that's happening over there. I will be honest, it's a lot, but I'm trying to keep up with all the events and stuff and maybe plan to join one of them. We'll see. But thank you so much, guys, for the Discord raid. I hope you're all having a good day. We have pork ribs in the sous vide. Baked beans are already in the oven, and we're just working on our coleslaw right now. Come on in, grab a snacky. We got our recipes linked on a recipe command, ! recipe in chat, and then they're all in Discord as well. Having a day job is great, though. Stability is underrated. It's kind of true, right? I totally agree with that. Thanks, guys. You got your plates ready? Awesome. I'm excited. Thanks for posting the links, Annie. Okay, so we're making one of my favorite coleslaws today. Is a tangy apple dill coleslaw. We went to a local orchard today and got some fresh Fuji apples for $1 a pound. And then I have some dill that I can pick from my small little garden outside. So fresh apple, fresh dill in there. We're gonna shred some carrot because I really like the sweetness and color that the carrot adds to coleslaw. So let's finish that up. And then maybe we'll head outside and get the grill started. After that, we will be heading out. Let me show you if I can get this other scene up. Out there, which we have a severe thunderstorm watch for later this afternoon, which is why we streamed early, but it is getting pretty windy. But we'll be grilling the ribs on there later on. Maybe within the next hour or so. Thank you so much. Yeah, we currently are living in or at a winery and are surrounded by vineyards. It's a really beautiful place, honestly. We've only lived here for 2 months, or just over 2 months now. Oh, Mishi. Vineyard for shame. You love it? Nice. So yeah, we work at this one and then, or sorry, we live here and then we work at a different winery too, but it's all kind of under the same one. It should be !work if you want to check out Burrowing Owl Wine. That's where we work. My husband and I work together 5 days a week there and we cook lunch. Let me grab my peeler out of my work bag here for the carrots. Mish. I don't know if we'll use all of this carrot to shred, so maybe I'll just peel half of it. The local carrots at the store today were like as big as my finger, which would be too hard to shred. And then I thought I'd get this one. It's a Nantes variety, rather than just like a non-organic plain one from the States, because sometimes they like taste like cardboard. So I thought I'd try this one instead. It is a very girthy boy. I was like, where did Samu put the box grater? Because he did some dishes yesterday. Nice, Vyun. Thank you. Old habits die hard. Why are you sorry? Don't ever apologize. You're doing great. Right? So these carrots, they were actually originated from France. That's the word Nantes, is a French word. But then China and, like you said, Korea kind of got hold of them, and they're really popular in Asian cuisine, these carrots. So kind of geared towards that way. Yeah, it's near Oliver. Shroom girl. You worked on a farm, a fruit farm outside of there for a summer in high school. How cool. Well, welcome in. Yeah, I grew up coming to this area a lot when I was young with my family. So it's kind of like a second home for me, but my husband hasn't spent much time here. I'm also going to turn our overlay back on, now that the alerts aren't going too crazy. Okay, so let's grate half of this up, or shred it. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, if you guys are new here, I've been streaming on Twitch since 2018, which is crazy to say. And it started out as just cooking content. I streamed full time back then. But since then, over the years, we've gotten into traveling, doing some IRL streams in different places. Like, you can go on our YouTube channel and watch some past VODs of us visiting New York or going to San Diego for TwitchCon. And then we also sometimes dabble in some games here and then, but we haven't done any games in about 2 months now since we got here. Maybe we should do that if there's a rainy day coming up. But rainy days don't exist much where we live now. What's my favorite menu item from today's stream? Probably the ribs, I would say. They're so easy and they turn out really nice, which is why we're doing them on stream today. Have you? It's like even now there's things that go wrong on stream. Like before you were coming in, Vyun, my one wireless camera behind me for the stove just didn't want to cooperate. It's just one of those days. Streaming teaches you patience. Yeah, It Takes Two. Such a fun game. Okay, wash up our apple. It's organic, but that also means that there could also be like bird poopies and stuff on it, right? So still always wash your fruit, even if it's not sprayed. So we shaved the cabbage by hand, we shredded the carrot. Now we're gonna cut up the apple by hand. I like when it's in bigger chunks. I've made this coleslaw a few times and I've tried it with the box grater shredded with the apple, and it just makes it too small where you don't really get too much of the apple flavor and crunch. So I found cutting it in larger bite-sized pieces was much better. Oh, we got some core in there. That out. I can already smell the beans cooking in the oven though. Already smelling yummy. What's the easy barbecue meal? All of this. The whole meal is easy. It's not like we had to put the beans in the slow cooker. I mean, we did put the ribs in the sous vide thanks to Sam yesterday. But like if we were to cook the ribs on the smoker, it would take 5 to 6 hours, right? I think we'll probably just use these chunks and maybe not use all that. Let's see. Ah, they keep falling everywhere. Get that one sliced too. Is that enough? I think we'll just do the rest. If someone isn't a fan of apples, what would you recommend to substitute it? I mean, you could just leave it out. It's totally fine. Just do the cabbage and carrot. You could still use the dill. Good job, Mish. Great minds think alike. That could be good view. Yeah, as long as the pear is not too ripe, because you definitely want something with a bit of bite and crunch to hold up to the dressing so it doesn't go like soft and soggy. Those are good apples. Wow. Oranges, that's interesting. I guess we'd have to try. The apple is really good. Clementine. Mandarins and clementines are actually two different citrus fruits. Okay, now we gotta make some dressing, guys. So I always just make the dressing in this. Maybe before we start, I'll just wrap up our extra cabbage and carrot here and get it into the fridge. But yeah, probably pear would be the closest substitute with apple. But if you don't like any of those, by all means, just don't add it in. I also gotta go pick the dill from the garden. And then if you don't like dill, I really like green onion in coleslaw if you have it, or chives. Okay, I'll go quickly grab the dill. Gonna bring my kitchen shears out and snip a few sprigs of it. When's the last time I had a crepe Suzette? I don't think I can even remember, Annie. It's been that long. Maybe culinary school? Like 12 years ago. Raspberry vinaigrette with green leaf and peach salad. Yes, please. Yesterday at work, we were here talking about when peaches come into season here, doing a dish with burrata on it. I died. Peach, burrata, and prosciutto. Wow. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Microphone will be on. Keep the kitchen safe. We also got a little bit of wildfire smoke here today, which is why they said it was maybe gonna try to thunderstorm later. The smoke does weird things with the clouds. Ta-da! Look at our little Dill! That's not a big dill. It's a little dill. I'll see myself out. Let's get it off of the stem, and we'll chop it up, put it in there, and then we'll make the dressing. This is the dill from the Arrow Garden. It's not growing as good after planting it outside as I thought it would. I'll see how long it lasts. I had higher hopes for it though. Oh man, I've had one like that, yet it is. Is that the one that I've had with mandarins in it? A delicious, like vinegar-based slaw with crunchy ramen noodles and like mandarin orange and stuff. With the like orange vinaigrette. Oh, it's so good. I think we gotta make that. Yeah, dill or no dill? We got the puns. And then the reason that we're making this up ahead of time is because coleslaw always gets better as it sits. Even just an hour or two in the fridge before you plan to serve it, it's gonna taste way different than when you first mix it up. Dill pesto. I've never heard of that. But I love dill, so I would be very much into it. Have you made it or just had that somewhere? The pesto is the besto. Freeze it in ice cubes. I actually seen one of the farmers that I follow, Josie, was doing that with her cilantro. Chopped it all up, pressed it into like a pan, and then cut it into cubes, and she was gonna put it in the freezer. I said, brilliant. Pitas with gyro meat or gyro meat. You've never had mandarin oranges in it? Yeah, you should try. Okay. We have our cup already. We have our vinegar. Let's also just take a peek at the recipe because there is a dressing linked with it. Our creamy apple coleslaw. The dressing, they did mayo, apple cider vinegar, sugar, mustard, salt, celery seed, black pepper. Which is pretty much exactly how I would make my dressing, other than I substitute sugar for honey because I really like the flavor of honey with the apples and carrots in this. Sounds good, Vune. Just thanks so much for popping by, hey? I know we're all in different time zones, but it always makes me happy to just see your face, even if it's for a short time. Go get some rest. And maybe we'll catch each other next week. Hi, Chef Mega. Hope you're having a good day too. You're cooking dinner service? Nice. I hope you have a wonderful service. Thanks for saying hey. All right, we need some mayo and mustard out of the fridge. If you have grainy mustard, that's always really good. But we just have some creamy Dijon. That'll be okay too, don't worry. We need our honey and celery seed. Celery seed's like my favorite thing for coleslaw dressing if you've never used it. Whoa! Guys, this stream has been nuts. Thank you so much. Another raid. Floating bento box. How was your stream? What did you get up to today? We know them. You have no idea how you got here, but here you are, and welcome to the kitchen. We're cooking up some lunchy. And Clem, thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing A-okay. 46 months in a row resub from you. Thanks for being part of the kitchen crew. Josie, you're loving Dijon. This is the one that we always use. I don't know what other brands are good. You're doing some crocheting, had to show up for the barbecue. It is outside waiting for us. I was showing people earlier. I'll just give you guys a sneak peek because we will be going out there pretty soon to light it and work on it. Wow, it's getting pretty windy out. We got some storm warnings, but I think we'll make it through. This is the only Dijon you buy. I think it's the same with us, Mish. And they also make lots of different flavors, let's say, of this Dijon. If you can find it at a specialty store. Annie. Okay, so starting with our vinegar. That's the tangy part. They said about 2 tablespoons of vinegar only. So you can always add more, but I will say if your dressing is too sour to start with, not the best. Okay, that, I'll do honey next. Tablespoon of that. Balance everything out. Sprinkle of our celery seed. They also make celery salt, which, yes, it contains salt. I find it harder to use because then you don't really know the salt level of everything else. So I prefer the celery seed. They do a half teaspoon or so. I'll go with that. Okay, spoonful of mustard. Let's give it a stir. Mish got Annie with feta. Nice. One tablespoon of this, aka we'll just kind of take everything off of the spoon. Good to go. Floating bento, if you're still here, what did you crochet today? Okay, last one. Some mayo, other than the salt and pepper to season. Oh, did you hear the mayo part? Oh my lord. Mayorrhea. Ah! Mayo toots will save the world. Celery salt contains salt, I know. Pretty crazy niche, but you might pick it up and it'll say celery salt, not celery seed, and then you'll get home and be like, oh no. So that's why I said that little note. It's not the same. Just eyeballing amounts. I mean, I've made this dressing so many times. The hardest part is just mixing the honey into it. So we'll add a bit of seasoning, salt and pepper to this, but I also like to season the veggies directly before we dress it. But that looks like a good consistency for the dressing. Not too thin, not too thick. You Googled mayo tube? What even came up? Just a bunch of videos of mayo tubes? I can't be the only one. Nice. We gotta try it. Gonna add a little bit more mayo. There's just a little vinegar bit on the back of my tongue. Maybe a touch more salt. And a little bit more honey. Like the smallest amount. See how that is. And like I said, it will get better as it sits. Mayo toothpaste, what? We don't need that though. That's good. Creamy, but still just a little bit tangy at the end. Seriously perfect. Get rid of all of this so we can mix it up. Oh, Bob. Give that a mix. Whenever I dress the coleslaw, I don't pour all the dressing in at one time. Usually about 3/4 of it. Mix that up and then see if we need a bit more. I just flicked some dressing, I think, on me. Let's just use a pair of tongs. Try to not get my hands dirty. Okay, so these tongs for the ribs later. Oh, and before we mix this, we were also supposed to season the veggies a bit. We don't want the coleslaw to be soggy, nor do we want it to be dry. Gotta find that middle part. Perfectly moist, as Mish says. This is making me salivate right now, just mixing it. It looks good. Sounds so crunchy and fresh. All the nice pieces of fresh dill. You come closer and see what I'm talking about. That looks pretty well mixed. Now we gotta try it all together. Moist cabbage is a trademark. A little bite with everything. I don't think I'm gonna add any more seasoning yet. I usually let this marinate a bit first. You actually took a 4-hour nap? That's amazing. And then if we feel like we want a bit more dressing later too, after it sits a bit, we have some and can do that. So let's pop this in the fridge. Done and dusted. I love that you prepared for that, Mishas. Where is the slaw gonna live in the fridge? I will say this fridge sucks, guys. I think we gotta rearrange the shelves in it to make it better. Maybe that would make my life a little easier. I could barely even fit that bowl in there. I don't even have anything in there. Let's see our prep list and where we're at. Let's give this board a wipe now that we're done prepping. Everyone have a sip of water because I haven't done that in a bit. I think we could fit a bigger fridge. Can I turn this so you can see? I don't know. No, it doesn't really move anymore. There's like, what, 3 inches on this side and then maybe 5-6 inches above. You can't even get up to the cabinets anyway. I mean, let's just say this. This whole cabinet, Sam figured out, it's not even screwed in. So you can like roll it around. Just pull it out of the kitchen straight. We were like, okay. Don't pull the cabinet away from the wall, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, beans. 2 hours at 325 F. We got 22 minutes left on the timer before we check them. We did all the things for the beans. We sauteed the onions and made them saucy. Coleslaw, complete, cabbage, carrot, apple, dill, dressing. Ribs. It says we gotta light the grill, take them out of the vacuum sealed bag, and get them into the pan and bring out our barbecue sauce. Yeah, 2025, a rolling kitchen. Or is it 1975? I want to go back there and see how it was, honestly. No way, Bob. You're patented. Okay, 22 minutes on that. I think they're going to be close to being done, honestly, within the first hour. Should we peek? I think we're going to peek just so I can justify or gauge if it's time to light the egg. We need to know, Mish. How was 1975? I got no hot cloths. Guess we'll use these two. Kind of risky. You were 6? Oh, you were living life. Always good when there's a puff of steam that comes out when you move it. Can I lift this without burning my hand? Whoa! They're actually looking so good. Put the lid back on. Keep the heat in. So those are just gonna cook until the ribs are grilled and done. That's it. I don't even think we need a timer. You guys see that? They look saucy and delicious, and then the bacon strips on top. Okay. Does Kenji tell us anything else in this article before we start? To finish sauced ribs on the grill. Remove ribs from the vacuum bag. Carefully pat dry with paper towels. Light your charcoal. When the coal is covered with gray ash, you can set your grate on top, which is usually how I start the fire. Or you can just light a gas grill is okay too, he said. Fair enough. But we will be using charcoal today if you guys are wondering. He says to oil the grates, but usually those grates are seasoned enough that nothing sticks to it anyways. So place the ribs, no sauce, really important, no sauce first thing, directly onto the grill, meat side down so they start to get like seared from the charcoal underneath, maybe a little bit of grill marks on there. And then once you flip it back over onto the bone side, then you can start saucing. And we do sauce both sides. So it does take a little bit of time to grill these outside, but the hard part of getting them tender is already done for us. But I will say it is important, like he says, to brush with a second layer of sauce. You need the second layer. The meat will absorb the first layer. You'll see. They turned out so good. The only thing we didn't do from this Serious Eats recipe was put some liquid smoke into the ribs. I'll just take the natural flavor from the grill instead. But if you want them to taste like smoked barbecue ribs, like Southern style, use the liquid smoke. Okay guys, so we are gonna go out and light the grill. See you on the other side. I'm gonna grab the laptop so I can have chat out there with me. I'll put you guys up on the stool on this side again. I helped Samo pressure wash the deck off this morning and got it all clean because those marmots are still being a problem. Apparently they don't like the smell of lavender though, so maybe that will help us. Oh, yeah, these wind gusts are a little bit wild out there. We'll make it through the stream before it starts storming. Okay. You guys are set up outside. It's nice we get to grill in the shade too. Let's switch this up. Ta-da! Time to see what we're working with. FCB! And hello, Drunken Snack. Okay, so you guys are not aware of what this is. This is a big green egg. The size is a mini Mac, so it's meant to be like portable. You can take it camping with you and stuff, which is why it has the handles. It's fully ceramic, can be used as a smoker, oven, grill, got all sorts of things that we can do with it. And those videos are on YouTube if you want to check it out. Today we're just going to be simply lighting some charcoal and grilling directly over that. Sam will put all this stuff inside. Put one of these gloves on and take the grate off. And then we're going to stir the charcoal around to get some of the loose ash out. So it's really important when you cook with fire that there's good airflow. This down here actually. So that's kind of, I'm going to stand on this side because the wind's blowing that way. Kind of the first thing we got to look at. And then we can top it up with more charcoal if we need. Maybe I'll bring you guys a bit closer for this part and see inside. It's a little bit dark. Trying to look in. But I'm sure you get the gist of it. So there's a grill grate underneath the charcoal that has little holes in it for the air to flow through. Ah! Shit! I just saved you guys. The tripod that we have, I think needs to get replaced because the one leg keeps falling backwards. It might also be because Sam's holding a battery on it right now. That's making it unbalanced, but that was scary. I just seen it out of the corner of my eye. And now you guys are like sideways, hey? Hey. Let's try that again. Okay, that looks good. We'll top up with a little bit of charcoal. I think I'll just do a couple handfuls. I always like peek in the bag to make sure there's no animals in there when I reach in. So far, just some flies. And some bird nest pieces. Because, well, if you've been around a bit, we've had a pigeon nest in our charcoal bag before. Not ideal. Whoa. That should be good. We don't have to make a massive fire today. So now we'll get our loofed lighter out. Basically like a superheated hair dryer. That's gonna blow hot air onto the charcoal. The marmot, honestly, that'd be so scary. Okay, which way do I want you guys to face? I think you'll go this way, just so I can stand on the other side. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow the tripod over. I'm gonna move this so I can see it more. How's very powerful nerd doing today? Good to see you. So now we literally just put this right on top. I might put a few of the older charcoal pieces there because I find that they light better than the unburnt pieces. Like pile it up. And then once we have this lit, it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to get the coals evenly heated so that we can cook over it. And I'm just gonna watch today the sparks from this. If it gets too sparky, I just really have to be careful because of the wind right now. It's pretty dry here. I also find that the older charcoal doesn't spark as much either when you go to light it compared to the charcoal straight out of the bag. The hummingbirds get a little bit funny when I cook on the grill out here. It's like they know though. They know when we're using this that they shouldn't really come over. It's hot. But as soon as we put it away, they'll start coming to the feeders again. You guys see the orange glow? That's a good start. So now you can kind of angle this differently. light this big piece. I'll read chat in a sec, guys. That's looking really good though. Okay, so now that we got that, we can pile up a bit more charcoal on top to light. Currently here it's 28°C, gusting 48, yeah. Interesting, Amp. Thanks for the little update. And hi, Maka. Cooking oranges. Why the old charcoal lights better than new one? Maybe, yeah. There's less moisture in it. Oh no, there's a little spider. Don't go inside, broski. It's hot in there. Build up our little fire. What's beeping at me right now? There's a little birdie that's beeping at me and I don't know what it is. What is that? That's like, is that tinfoil? What the helly? We need a better blowtorch. No way. Okay, so now I piled it up a bit higher. Now we can go more. You'll see, like as soon as you put the air onto it, it'll glow orange again. You can see easily what's lit and not. See how it's sparking too much now? I'm gonna leave that. So I don't want it to spark too much. I'm gonna leave that piled up like that right now. And we can leave the lid open too. Especially with the wind right now, it's gonna give us some extra air to get this going. Ouch. Just had a spark hit my arm. That's mean. Another thing I wanted to see is how much ash we have underneath here. So if you have too much ash underneath, then the air is not gonna flow very good. I'll be back in one moment. Watch the grill. It's not actually a curling iron. It's specifically made for lighting charcoal. It just looks like that though. It's smelling good in here. Just washing my charcoal hands. Whoa, okay, looking out the front window compared to our view out back, yeah, we got some clouds building up now. Amp, what's the radar looking like? We got storms a-brewing today, Annie. There's just a little bit of wildfire smoke that rolled in after some rain the other day. And so it's making the atmosphere unstable. And especially when we get these crazy wind gusts. Like our weather advisory for today says that it's so unpredictable that if anything happens, like if you see a storm, to report it. Just in case there is a spark up from a lightning. Because it's so freaking dry here. It's like the desert. So any bit of lightning right now is not good at all. I'm going to put a bit more heat on this. Oh, actually it's looking good. Never mind. I might even just spread it out now. Pack this up. People are doing a wine tasting on the balcony on the place next door. Stir it up. Oh yeah, those coals are glowing. So now I try to always make a really even bed of coals. spread it all out. Try to get it lit all evenly so that there's no hot spots when we cook over it. Ouch! It just attacked me in my face. Holy, what is that? What is it doing? Actually, I think I can probably put the grate on even. There's a bit of stuff that we gotta burn off of it. Now we'll close it up for a bit. A bed of hot coals sounds like an uncomfortable way to sleep, right? Unless you're like freezing, I guess. Oh, wow, Mish, that's interesting. Yeah, good for them. Stampede is next Friday even? What? That comes so quick every year, hey? Are you going? I've never been. I've never gone to the Stampede. Okay, I'm gonna take this knife back in and wash my hands one more time. And actually, maybe while this is just lighting, we'll pop in and get the ribs out of the bags and stuff. That sounds like a good plan. It will only take us about 5 or so minutes. Oh, that's cool. If you go Saturday before 9 a.m., it's free. Yeah, I've heard they have some very unique foods, like similar to the American style festivals like that. Wow, the camera's really lopsided now, hey? After it fell over. Whoa, can you tell it's windy out there? Okay, let's shut this off. We're at the 25-hour mark even we hit. You guys can't really see. Is the other camera still going? Oh, looks like that one's working. Maybe I'll switch it this way so you guys can see from the back area. How is this gonna be? That's where ribbies are, so that's what I'm taking out. So this comes up. Wire rack kind of holds them all separated so that the water can flow evenly. That's the timer on the beans anyways, so there we go. All of this is gonna come out. This is how it looks in the bag. Really not exciting at all yet, but they're gonna transform into something delicious. You can see your own self. Isn't that crazy? It's like a streamception. Dun, 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 dun. Ribbies in a bag. Whoa! Did you see that went flying? Okay, now we can switch back. I'm just gonna get a pan. I want this one, maybe a sheet pan. With like some pretty big ribbies. We'll open this all up. It is a lot of ribs. I think Sam said each pack was under $20. And I think each pack had 2 racks of ribs in it. But yeah, this is how it looks when it comes out of the bag. A little bit like bloody, right? By the bones where it was cooking, but it really doesn't look that appetizing at this point. That's why I said we're gonna transform it. And then up to you if you want to keep the juices. They're not my favorite, so I usually don't. Try to ask Samo if we are going to be grilling all of these. They feel really meaty though. I'm excited. Yes, if only Mish. Will Streamception also feature DiCaprio? Maybe one day. Give one to the marmot? They don't deserve that. They keep pooping on the deck. Am I grilling all of the ribs? Or you want me to leave some not grilled? 2 ungrilled? Okay, so we're only cooking what's on the tray right now then, guys. These 2, we're saving for another day. You can do that. It's a thing. That's how easy that was. First, I'm just going to take the garbage out of the sink. It's gross. I will say, they are so dang cute, Mish. The little marmots. Oh my gosh. Their faces when they peek up from under their deck. And then I don't want them to get used to us, right? I want them to stay scared. So I always tell them, get out of here. And then I stomp on the deck. Some marmalade. That would be more like it, Annie. Okay, so our grill set, ribs, tongs, and sauce. That's all we need. We're heading back out. It looks like it's getting even crazier back there. And then I'm also gonna try to fix this camera that's lopsided. She tried to hit the deck. Literally. Oh, smelling good out here. The egg's already almost at 400. Which one do I have to fix here? This other one? Yes. That was the one. No, now the other sides. What do we want to do here? It's like that. What does it look like? Oh yeah? Probably almost ready to scrub off the grill grate. You guys see in there? She's glowing. You had to Google what marmots are. They are scroungers for sure. Ouch. I kicked the tripod. Don't do that. Ouch. They are so thick. The one big one here is bigger than any cat I've seen. It's huge. And then there's a bunch of babies now. Okay, let's grab the grill brush. Give this a scrubberoo. I don't know what did we cook on this last? Well, I think pork chops. For our anniversary, we didn't feel like going out anywhere to eat because it was ridiculously expensive for like not that good of food everywhere. So we just went to the butcher shop and grabbed some delicious like skewers that they make and some Thai marinated pork chops. That was our anniversary dinner. We cooked it ourselves. And honestly, I was happy about that. Okay, this is getting pretty hot. I'm gonna close the bottom vent now. We don't need too much airflow anymore. And then let's also try to control this now too. Put the top on. Because, well, we don't want it to flare up. Not the porky fats. So let's see now that we put the top on what this heat is registering. You have squirrels? They damage the fences. And the crops. Interesting, Josie. Greek, Greco, Greek. Hello. Who's barking? The Mac's gonna die. No. Okay, I'll just take the battery from Samo's phone since we're almost done out here and plug it into the computer. Success. Are you getting barked at right now? Okay, so we're at 400. That's not bad. That's actually a really good temperature. So I just gotta take this off when we open it because it'll probably fall off. It doesn't fit that tight. So now we're gonna put the ribs on meat side down. We won't close that fully. Oh, I forgot one other thing that we needed for the sauce, guys. We need a saucing brush. Is this just gonna fit? I gotta turn this one around. Nice, okay, there we go. So we'll cook those like that until they start to get some grill marks. I might just leave it open. Yeah, so the ribs are facing up and the meat is facing the fire right now. And then when we flip it over, then we can sauce. But if you sauce it too early, it'll burn by the time it's like perfectly coated and glazed. I'll be back in one moment. It's smelling great though, I will say that. Whatever Sam seasoned them with, yummo. We need our sauce brush. Only feta. I'm excited to try these beans too that are in the oven. Now we got the smells and the sounds. The people at the winery next door are probably like, what are they making for food? I see sizzles. We're freaking sizzling it up already. Holy. Yes, please. Keep that going. How's this one? Yeah? How's this one? Yeah, nice. We made a nice even fire. The meat side, the fat, or the side with the fat normally, so wouldn't you want to smoke them with the rib side down? So we're just finishing it on the grill, Greek. We're not actually smoking them. So they were sous vide for 24 hours first. And now we're just finishing them to get some flavor from the grill while we sauce them up. Holy. So that's what we're looking for. Flip that over. Now we'll heat up the underside and start spreading sauce on the top. So this is how I did it last time. Just kind of squeezed a bunch on each one and then brushed it all over until it was coated. You'll be surprised how much the sauce will soak in too. Like I needed more than I thought I did. The smell of this right now is insane. Oh, we got a flare up where it's trying. So if that happens, just take the meat off of the grill, guys. This wind isn't helping here today with grilling over charcoal because it's making the fire a little bit crazy. Okay, now we can put it back on. And then we'll cover it back up. Just close the lid for a sec because I don't want it to keep flaring up. Oh my gosh, a marmot just went running. Okay, we got a crazy shit going on in here. Boom. Boom. Now you guys can also see why most people don't grill. So all of this grate is now just covered in the fat that we're searing, and now it's burning off. Give that a moment. That's the thing about cooking with fire, is we gotta be patient. But look at this. Look at that though. We're almost there. I think I could put a little bit more sauce on this one side before we flip them back over. And the reason why I'm really controlling the fire now is because we're gonna flip it onto the sauce side now, and we definitely don't want the sugars and stuff to burn in there. So let's get our fire back under control. Get that fat burnt off of the grates. And we'll get our delicious meat back on. It's not just a set it and forget it one. But we're already back down below 400. So it's not like the fire is really hot, just the fatty bits. And then I would also recommend, now that we burnt that off a bit, you can always scrub it off again. Clean it off. Start fresh. And then we sauce the underside as well. Or should I put this here maybe? It's like I have to be strategic to fit all these on even. Okay, so we want to go quick. Can you guys hear the wind in the microphone or not really? All right, guys, that's happiness right there. Just closing it up a bit. It's just for us, Joes. It's a lot of ribbies. It was only 2 racks. Let's see how this sauce is going on. Holy. Okay, so the first saucing complete. Flip it back over. Now we also have grill marks. And we'll do one last sauce on the top layer before we take these inside and try them. You like your ribs medium rare. This looks insane, guys. I would say that we are done, guys. See, it's trying to flare up again as soon as you flip it over. That's good for me. Take these babies off. We're heading inside. Shut down. Just go grab the top. And now the fire is completely suffocated. Okay, bring in the ribs in and then I'll bring the rest of this stuff in. Just so nothing blows over. We're only doing the one batch today, Amp. Samo said to save the other ones, but look. Ribbies. We put so many good, excuse me, smells in the air. Now we gotta check out the beans. So those are ribbies. We'll keep the extra sauce. Last time I needed it. But like, hello. Looks so good. And then we'll try our slaw one more time. And that's it, guys. We got food. And it's only $2.15. That's why I called it an easy barbecue lunch. Two hours. Grilled marmot. They're a protected species, unfortunately. They are invasive, but also protected, so there's nothing much that we can do here, unfortunately. Ouch! That's burning me through the cloth. Where did all the liquid and the beans go? We gotta give this a stir. Wow. I think we gotta add a bit more moisture into this, but other than that, those are definitely baked because me spooning it, they're falling apart. Just stir the bacon pieces in. These were moist before, Mish. Now what happened? I guess some people like soupier beans and some people like drier beans. I like saucy beans. Too bad that bean water got strained. But you'll see. We'll just add this little bit in and it'll soak it all up. Our leaves of bay sneaking around in there. I think we can still even add more. It absorbed all of the water. Who would do such a thing, Annie? Strain the bean water? What we haven't done yet is even taste this. What are we even working with here? Okay, that looks good. Got a couple of each one. Maybe a little bacon piece. Sure, why not? Don't burn your mouth. Mm-hmm. That's really good. I'm glad I added the hot sauce. Otherwise, it might have been a little bit too sweet for me. Definitely has some sweetness to it. So I'm going to add a touch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and even a touch more of the hot sauce. But I knew these would cook down, so I didn't go crazy on the seasonings to start. Because what if it got too salty? A dab of lime? Oh, that would be good, Josie. Even actually just a little more drop of vinegar might be nice. Looks like it needs heat. A bit Greek. Like they didn't call for any hot sauce in the recipe. You like, boop, maybe a bit more. Boop. But I love adding hot sauce. It's not like a super hot sauce, right? Something mild, but just that bit of like peppery flavor complements this. Bourbon. Yeah, they did call for green pepper if you wanted. I put a tomato instead to use up out of the fridge. But let's see this now that we kind of seasoned it after cooking. It'll be like the coleslaw too. We might pull that out of the fridge and have to doctor it up a bit after it's sat together. The coleslaw too. And we also use the same barbecue sauce on the ribs and in the beans. So that's kind of cool. Ow, I really got my finger burnt through there. It's stinging a bit. But I'm good with that, guys. I think we can set that aside and get ready to plate up. Hey, Diana Sauce. Don't pass it up, Mish. The slaw. Coleslaw. Yeah, it's a bit pricey, but it's good, Greek. Better than bullseye, in our opinion. So the slaw, not too moist, not really any extra dressing underneath. Give it one more stir around though and another taste before we put it on the plate. Nice. That marinated good. Right? Yeah. Imagine if we could get the recipe, just make it ourselves. She would never share that with us. Just a little salt for that. and maybe some pepper. And we're plating up. Now the ribs won't be burning our hands hot, so we can actually eat them. Perfect timing. I just gotta go get the bear out of bed. He was having a pre-lunch nap. We did it, guys. Let's see. The ingredients in this, just reading off the bottle: sugar, glucose, fructose, blackstrap molasses, and maltodextrin, water, tomato paste, vinegar, salt, garlic powder, mustard, xanthan gum, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate, seasonings, natural flavor, onion powder, caramel. Contains barley, mustard, soy, and anchovies. No sunflower oil, so you might be good. Whenever you're ready, lunch is also ready. We need the big plates for this one, guys. None of these small ones. Get the platter. Get the platters out. Yeah, the glucose fructose. It's not good, right, Annie? Okay, first thing I'll put on the plate is the beans, and then probably the slaw, and then the ribs. Yeah, get the bib. Josie. I love it. Let's see how these go on the plate. You know what? We're gonna have a bowl of beans. The cute bowls. We're filling with beans. Beans in a bowl. Say that 5 times fast. Baked beans in a bowl. I dripped a bit. But it looks good. I made a barbecue feast in like 2 hours.
Yep.
Take the bay leaf out. Bay leaf roulette.
No, leave the bay.
If you get the bay leaf, it's good luck. Please keep that out of the kitchen, thank you. He's already dusting us with other things from his body. A pic for the gram, you know it, Josie. Oh no. I threw that slaw. Our wind gust is like 48, I think, Amp said. Excuse me. We're not there yet. Which one looks good, guys? I think that one's for Samo. That's what I made. This one I'll do. Give me the camera. Moldfish. I'll take either one, Kate. Yep, they both look good. We made it, friends. Hopefully I inspired you to cook more on the barbecue this summer.
The beans?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Samo's loving the beans, guys. I'm bringing this here for a sec. Do we want to take the circulator out? You're okay there? We can fit all the things. Fantastic looking. Healthy mostly meal, I would say, right? Because we made everything ourselves too. We made our dressing, we made the beans and stuff. We didn't just buy the pork and beans. Finger licking time for sure. It's time to get messy, guys. Excuse me, I already had a belch of approval. Didn't even taste it yet. These were so easy though. Beans in like under 2 hours. 4 cans. You know what we had to do? Add a bit of extra liquid. They said, if only we didn't strain it out. He's looking away. We did it. Samo was not helpful for the screenshot, Michael says. No. He's just getting right into there. It's like sweet and savory, these beans. Like, it makes you want to keep eating them. It's got that perfect contrast. And then the little bit of spice from the hot sauce is like, oh. Well, Sam goes to work tomorrow and I'm off. So the boys at work have to deal with the bean part. Uh-oh. Irish had beans fall off of the board. Okay, I'm gonna have a bite of slaw after the beans. See how that is. That's gotta be the quickest I've ever made a barbecue lunch, though. I'm very impressed. The creamy slaw to go with the beans is like perfect. Good ribbies? They look really meaty. One more bite and then I'll get in there too. You have beans and cabbage? Oh my god. Ruh-roh. Get the incense on. Look at this. It's like bending apart. We don't even need a knife. That took 0 effort. Look at the meat inside. Guys. It's like eating pulled pork on a bone. Look at my hands already. That is so good. My legs are going when I say cricketing. Samo. Good job going to the store yesterday while I was at work and getting ribbies so that we could all stream today. It's coming off. Easiest and best ribs ever. Hey? You're the best. I got one done. He only has like one left. Just pulling apart though. Like, look at how clean that side of the bone is. Yeah, now you guys gotta go find snacks. It's insanely good. I'm like finally getting my appetite back after 2 months. Yeah, the bear was hibernating. Mish, what do you got to talk to the manager about? 5 pounds of cheesecake? Yes, please. Do I go for one more ribby? Oh, just terrible content? The manager will put a note in to the content crew so that they can do better next time. Look at this one. That's the big meaty boy. Josie, you watched it? Nice. Yeah, our stream from last week. Our kind of bumpy bike ride adventure, but it was so fun going for ice cream. Barbecue feta. Mmm. I died. Bye, Greek. Thanks for popping in. Nice plate. That was a fun little cook. The car was double parked. Now you gotta move the other one before you can even leave. Please don't tell me you rear-ended it. Just back into it. Oh yeah, I forgot that was parked there. Roll. Guys, it was good. Oh my god, there's beans everywhere. It's like, if I pan over to this side, like my keyboard is covered in beans. Sam just dropped beans on the floor. There's literal beans everywhere. And she's hilariously pissed. I love when that happens. Your sister rear-ended a wall in your mom's car 2 weeks ago? I can't even say anything because I've done something similar, so... Bye, Greek! Take care, dude! Good to see you!
I had to ask him something was wrong.
Yes, Josie. I don't know, like... Do you think it would be weird if we streamed a wine tasting? I don't know. I know. But, like, it's different because it's alcohol, I guess. Mom was not impressed. Is it a lot of damage? Okay, who are we going to raid? Chef Steve's on. I guess. Not really. We got Chef Steve. What else? Who else is in food and drink? We got a crazy raid today, so we gotta go share this with someone else too. We haven't seen Steve in forever. Hitch is on?
Yep.
Pools, hot tubs, and beaches. Arctic
Yep.
Circle cycling? Okay, we're gonna go see Hitch. Back on the bike, just like our stream last week. He's cycling in Norway right now. I love to experience the world through other people. It's completely acceptable to stream a wine tasting. I mean, we could always just go next door here and talk to them about what we do and see if they would be down with it. That could be fun. Sam says just go. I guess if they say no, then we have the answer, right? Excuse me.
Ask for forgiveness.
Thanks for ribbies.
Not permission.
Thanks for lunch. I'm gonna get this set up, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. A short and sweet one, as you do. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow, so hope to catch you all next week again. I will take a photo of my Black Forest cake that I made when it's replated and share that with you. And then also post the photo of the new tuna dish at work too. That is phenomenal. Bye, friends and not friends. We're gonna go see Hitch. Trevor, fellow Canadian. He's cycling at the Arctic Circle right now. How cool is that? I'm excited to see what his landscape looks like. Canaro will be back tomorrow and see everyone there. Love it. I love that you guys have another place to hang out. And then you're at your dad's in a week, so you won't be there. Okay, Annie. Have so much fun with your dad, too. Have a good visit, okay? Next stream will be 1 week from now, next Tuesday. Don't know the time yet, but maybe around the same time as today, I would say. I'll post it in Discord. Okay, I'm gonna hit that button, y'all. We're gonna go relax for the rest of our day off together. Samuel's back to work tomorrow. Have a wonderful week, and you know where to find us if you need anything at all. Feel free to message on Discord. Love y'all. That's the 1st of July?
Yeah.
Ooh, so we don't know what the stream will be. Okay, interesting. I'll let you guys know what it's gonna be. Love y'all. Be safe out there. See you next week. Let's go see Trev. I'm gonna hit that button.